I'm waiting for you, shake before you on the dance floor.
Song, haters carry on. I got it right, you got it wrong. On the street with an X5, middle finger in the air, or in the air with a G5, I stun hard.
And welcome back to the LMS show. Oh my goodness. Now, wasn't Kurt Boone wonderful? Give him a big hand. This is a man know how to network himself. Know how to get out there. Kurt. Boom. What other show but the LMS show you get all this? And then we entertain you, and we're teaching you something. Oh, we're going to teach something today. Woo! Oh, Lordy. What you got here, brother? What's the name? What's your name?
Listen, hello everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Right.
My name is Torrin Reed. I am a man who's lived life in this city almost 60 years.
I didn't introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Torrin Reed. Go ahead.
Okay.
You really got that message out, brother. Go ahead.
One of the little byproducts of living in this city, things happen to you that make you want to write a book. So this book here is called Advice for Men About the American Woman.
Ooh.
All right? Let me tell you what it's not. It's not about misogyny. It's not about hating. It's about what men should look out for in their relationships, starting from casual girlfriend to marriage. And there's a lot out there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look at the cover. The lady sitting pretty. The cop, the judge, and the lawyer stand behind her. Dude on the side is broke, holding out his pockets. Now, if you look down on the bottom, there's a child, and the child is crying.
Mommy!
And that's the worst part. That's actually the worst part, okay? And this is what the legal part, the legalities of relationships is what this book covers.
The legalities
of relationships.
I remember you came up here, and I saw this book, and I said, what kind of book is this? Well, you see all them people back there, you're saying, they all got one thing, all three of them got something, well, even related, she got, all four of them got something in common. They all going to get paid. They all get paid, right?
Yeah, the four of them going to get paid.
Well, look like that guy with his hands
his pockets out.
Yeah, he's broke.
Yeah, he's broke.
Okay.
He's broke like a convict. Yeah. Now, in this book, I go from in the introduction of the book, I introduce you to the process like I was introduced to the process. Okay, I am a survivor. I'll use the modern terminology. I am a survivor of the family courts, and I walked into the family court with all my little paycheck stubs and all the little money that I gave to the baby's mother. I went in there without a lawyer, thinking that things would go right.
Did it go right?
No, it didn't go right. Thinking that things would go right, I could prove myself right with what I had, and that wasn't. It's not even about the money. To a certain extent.
No, but
what it's about? I know.
You carry that book, brother. I know it's a good book.
Can't help it, man.
No, well, y'all been through the system one or the other. Talk about the family court. Don't you go there? They have to take it out of your pocket. They take more things out of your pocket than they take a criminal out of a criminal's pocket.
And another thing is, it's almost like a bounty system, where they say to the woman, bring your baby's father here, and we'll destroy him for you. You know, bring the baby's father here, and we'll make him ineffective for you. Bring the baby's father here, and we can.
I have to take this aside for women. Okay. Don't you think women fall in that same category too?
And what kind?
And some of them don't pay either, you know.
There are deadbeat dads, but I argue in this book that the deadbeat dad is actually blown up to allow the courts to do what they do. There's a certain percentage of men who pick up and run. There's no doubt. But to make every man to knock down every man as if he was a man who picked up and run is not a good thing. And it affects the children more than anything else.
How did it affect you?
Well,
because you know, the people want to see they can see the next show. Go ahead. I got an enemy. You know, the enemy is that clock right over there.
Okay.
My enemy is the clock. It's 2 minutes to go. You got 2 minutes to go, and
all right, there's many other things more than child support, but while we're on this subject, child support, how the child support works is that the child support starts when the mother files in the court. Now, the court date is 2 to 6 months away. So, when the 6 months passes,
because we're on the clock though.
I know.
No, hold it. We're on the clock. I'm saying is this, and we'll talk about this on the flip side.
All right.
You're talking about when they file it, and then when you get there, and you think that you're on Easy Street.
No, when you get
No. Make it short. You're on Easy Street, and it's that's all I got to pay. Now we'll talk on the flip side. What hang you is the arrears. Do you agree on that?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's cut to the chase.
Yes, it
the
is.
arrears. Okay.
The arrears. You think he's going to start paying the money that day in court, but no. You owe 2 to 6 months money already.
Because when it's filed, right?
When it starts from the day it's filed.
That's all.
And also, everything that you've done as a father before for the child does not count.
Oh, man.
Everything that you've done, a college education, TUT, whatever, it does not count. Only the money that you pay to the state counts as child support. Anything you do for the child going forward, such as a birthday present, Christmas present, you know, those things you still have to pony up after you pay the child support.
Okay. On that note, you'll be on the next show. You'll be on the next show or whatever. How we rearrange these shows. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, and so long for now for the LMS show. Take it down.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for you, shake before you on the dance floor.
Song, haters carry on. I got it right, you got it wrong. On the street with an X5, middle finger in the air, or in the air with a G5, I stun hard.
And welcome to the LMS show. My name is Lenny Matthews, and we welcome you to this beautiful space, Sisters Uptown. Give them a big hand. Well, I don't know how the shows go sometimes. Some places will play it at a later time, some play it at an early time. To make a long story short, we have a young gentleman named, what's your name?
Torrin Reed.
Okay, and let me do the talking. And you have a book, Advice for Men. You know, I read through that book, and I noticed that you have something in there about child support. It doesn't come in little Johnny's name. Whose name does it come in?
Come in the mother's name.
That means mommy could sit back here. Not all now, I'm saying not all. Some spend money to take care of their children. But that means it's like discretionary money, right?
Absolutely.
Like the politicians have.
A lot of children see like maybe 15-20% of that money. 15-20% of that money.
Well, I had a former co-worker, right? And one day, I mean, she was nice and generous. She said, here. I said, well, she gave $20. I said, don't worry about it. It's coming from my child support. I'm actually giving me bribe money now, but get it in my hand. But
I argue in my book that child support is basically seen as a salary paid to them for having to raise a child on their own.
But don't you think so? Don't you? No, I'm not here. We have ladies in there. Don't you think that when we talk about who because remember, the good got to suffer with the bad.
Exactly.
And you had some people, I know one person particularly, told me that the baby daddy owes close to $15,000 in child support, and they can't find him. And it's off and he's doing it off the books.
But what happens is that in most states, when child support is built up like that, it's a lifetime judgment. You know, so if you're going to work off the books and try to avoid child support in that manner, you have to work off the books the rest of your life. You have to spend the rest of your life trying to run away from that money.
Well, they'll catch you.
There are times, you know, in today's world, very few people can actually, you know, duck the system.
Oh no, there's some out there doing it now.
They're trying.
But don't you think that?
But these are called like bums or whatever.
No. What I'm just saying is that if you live in New York City or San Francisco and the other places, don't you think that they need that kind of, you know, they need, if a mother's raising a child, don't you think she need that kind of, you need somebody?
There are circumstances where of course the child needs money. The concept of child support, I actually support the concept of child support. But the way child support is administered, it's about taking down the father. It's about knocking the father down so that another man can raise the child or whatever. The child support, the child needs not just money support. The child needs the support from the father as a person. The father in person needs to be there. Whether the baby's mother or the baby's father get along or not, the father needs to be there. We can look in the streets and see these children, and we can tell that the father is absent. We can tell.
Well, we suffered for it.
Suffering for it. Yeah, whether the father is absent. We don't need that. And you know, each generation it goes on and on and on. But now, you know, at some point, we as men have to be aware of what's going on. We got to look below the skirt. And look above to the mind before we find out who we settle down with.
Well, that's true. And vice versa too.
Vice versa.
Okay.
All right. But I'm through this book. I'm asking men to be smarter in their choices. You know, it's not about just chasing the skirt. I counsel in this book.
Well, you see what happens.
I counsel men in this book to take a good look at the person who you just slept with. You know.
Well, you should. Lesson we learned. You should get to know her first.
That would be a good idea. But are you going to tell a young man about to do that? Are you going to tell this young man to do that? He's gonna.
No. How about okay? Because I just said before we bring back another day.
All right.
How about marriage? What should a person look for? Now you were married, right?
No, never married.
You were never married.
Never married.
That's interesting.
Listen, when you're married, when you're married, understand that in a marriage, right? You the man, and I counsel in this all throughout this book. I say you the man, because I'm talking to the man in this book. I counsel the man that you are responsible for this marriage. All right, you are responsible. You'll be financially responsible for this marriage. The courts will consider the lifestyle of the wife, but not your lifestyle. And in 5 states, allow for lifetime alimony. All right?
Yeah, I read some part of that book. You
5
mentioned
states.
it. What state do you have the states offhand?
You said don't tell everybody about the book, right? But
No, I have to read the rest. That's all.
The 5 states of New Hampshire,
Okay.
Virginia,
Hit it.
Michigan,
Hit it.
Oregon,
Hit it.
Washington State.
The other states. Lifetime alimony.
Lifetime alimony. Now in California,
Okay.
California
deal, right?
has a deal where they consider any relationship over 10 years, whether you're married or not, a long-term relationship. Now think of Kobe Bryant and his wife when they messed up, the real reason why she didn't leave him. All right, a relationship over 10 years.
Wait a minute. Also to over 10 years if you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to cut into Kobe, but I want to say over 10 years.
So over 10 years.
No, 10 years. You're married. If you had to hit the 10th year, you don't get. If you don't hit the 10th year, you married somebody for 5 years or 6 years. that means you're gonna miss out on their Social Security because there's a limit.
Not only that, but in California, over 10 years, if you're in a relationship over 10 years, the courts will have jurisdiction over your possible alimony for the rest of your life.
This is if you're married, right?
No, in a relationship.
I mean, I go with you and you go with me, right?
In a relationship, yes.
That's interesting.
All right. So if the woman wins the lottery, you're okay. You're off the hook. But if you win the lottery, she can come after you. She can come after if she finds herself in a homeless shelter.
Wait a minute, brother. Wait, hold it.
Come after.
Now, you mean not like they did in New York State, whereas because you win a lottery, it's anonymous. No, it's not anonymous. Let me clear myself up. Because they had the bill, and I think the governor, he didn't sign it. And these people, 23 people on Long Island won a lottery ticket. And you know what they did? They just what they did like the landlords do. Form an LLC.
You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect yourself.
They failed to form an LLC.
That's one way to do it.
Okay. My producer said, you told you one more minute on the watch. And I would like to thank you very much. And we will sign your name and we will bring you back again. And you go live with
Thank you.
So now you have to say,
sisters up.
No. Time out. Nope. Strike that out.
Okay.
You had to strike that out. There's other person against her. But what we're going to do, you see, you so much running to a fire.
It's out there.
No. Do it my way.
All right.
Check out your logo outfits. That's all. I ain't say buy or nothing like that. Okay. Strike that out. You didn't hear that. On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're back with your LMS show. Oh boy, after that talk, I had after that interview with Tony. Give a big hand, everybody. That's the information. Bring him back at a future date. Oh, look what I got here. Boy, that worked up my appetite, boy. I mean, if you've been charged with child support, you're going to be working up your appetite too. You're going to want to eat something like this. That's all you made good be able to eat. Sardines and fish. Let me try this. We hadn't done this in a long time. You know what I mean? Me and the professor do this all the time. Let me see. Let me try this. No, I got to do this like yes first. The name.
Michael Warren Tyson.
Say it again.
Michael Warren Tyson.
Say it one more time if you don't mind.
Michael Warren Tyson.
Get up for Michael Warren Tyson.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Oh, Michael. I'm going to try this here.
Everybody else.
Everybody got. How y'all like it?
Delicious. You give it an A+ on the report card.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Okay. This is my report card. Yeah. See, Peter should have been up here. I don't yet.
No. Cancel that.
All right now.
Call the paramedic.
No, I don't want no $500 ride. So that mayor so fast sending you a bill. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe you run for president one day. But listen, we tried this here. Play for everybody's one day. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a raw food chef. And I make different things. This is one of my most popular. Baby carrot tuna salad.
That's Herbert said Daniel Caesar. Herbert said Daniel Caesar. You're the best part. Oh, Lord. This is good. Good. Got another one?
They might be out there. So I'm gonna look at
And he's real entertainment.
That's right. Use that word entertainer. No news commentary. No that people come after you. Say, wait, you talking about politics? You talking? I'm an entertainer.
Right. That's right.
That's what Russ said he is. He's an entertainer. Michael.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Describe what you gave us.
It's vegan carrot tuna. I got this recipe from an event I went to Philadelphia.
Philly.
A lady was a raw food chef there. She had a group going on. I used to go every month to get that vegan carrot tuna.
For real? You go down way down there?
Yes, I get like 20 pounds. Because I used to love it so much.
Ooh, you gotta say, you know what we could do? Maybe we'll do an extra so go down there. Ooh.
And she taught me, so you come here so much, I'm going to teach you how to make it. You know.
For real? This is good.
And I gave her a sample of what I made. She said, you know, it tastes better than mine.
But what's in it?
I have carrots, red bell pepper, onions,
Okay.
celery, sweet relish, and then vegetarian mayonnaise, and some seasoning. And what gives it a fishy taste, I use dulse and kelp, which is a seaweed.
Oh.
So that's why people say, oh, it tastes like tuna fish. I'm like, no, it's no tuna fish in here, but it tastes like tuna fish.
Help group together. Why help food?
Well, again, in Philadelphia, they have something called Each One Teach One. And I used to go every month, and I enjoyed it so much until they ended. I'm like, oh my God.
What?
You know, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to start this in New York. But I'm going to make sure this go on. I don't want to end it. You know, they had health challenges. You know, people got together, went on a diet. They did food demos. They made food. They sold food, and I thought it was so great. You know, they have lady has osteoporosis. Doctor told her there's nothing she can do, so she went on a health challenge with the group. And she went back to the doctor. The doctor said, whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. You know, I've always been into health. I didn't like doctors. I would ask them a lot of questions.
You still go to the doctors?
I still go to the doctor.
But you know what questions to ask them.
Yeah, I know. You know, they're good at finding out things. So that's why I go to them. And then I'll try to look at how I'm going to diagnose this myself naturally.
Well, we're going to tell people out there, and we're going to put a disclaimer in there. You know, if there's anything wrong with you, go to your doctor. This is work for Michael. It might not work for you, because you'll come back here and want to sue everybody. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I, self-taught through the years. You know, I work with a lot of people, and I used to ask them health questions. And I had a coworker, she was pregnant, I would ask her questions, she said, my bones hurt. I said, well, if your bones hurt, that means you're mineral deficient. She said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, ask your doctor. So she went to the doctor told her she was mineral deficient. She says, how did you know? I said, our bodies always talk to us when we don't listen. It talks to us through pain, getting tired, sleepy, hungry. That's your body telling you something, that it needs something, and we don't listen to it. So that's why I want to start the health group, to teach people how we can help ourselves. You know, it's very easy. We make it so complicated. And,
You say, well, I don't want to come, you know, oh, I got something to do, or I got to walk the dog. It's very important, right?
Yes, it's
very important. You know, you can have all the money in your work. So many cures, you know, people talk about cures and, you know.
I got to ask people a lot of questions. Like one of the questions I said, what does high blood pressure mean to anybody? Anybody know what high blood pressure means?
No.
High blood pressure means that your pressure is so high, it puts stress on all your organs, your eyes, your kidneys, and you wind up getting some kind of organ failure. So that's why they have to control it. And a lot of people don't know that. I'm like, I ask people a question, I'm like, wow, you didn't know this?
No, I went to the doctor last week. Yeah, she's a nice lady, I love her. But she's told me, I said, well, I know you got to hurry this up because you only got 15 minutes on the watch. like a factory. You know, in and out, in and out. You know, you figure you're going in. I'm finally going in at last. You going in, next thing you know, you go in there and they oh well, we got to check this out. I said I thought I was going to go see the doctor. No, we got to check this out. We got, you know, I guess they give him a job. I don't know. But we could be talking more about that on future shows.
Yes, I have a lot to talk about to tell everybody that we can help ourselves. You know, a lot of things.
On that note, I thank you so much. And that was come back in one condition. Make me another one.
I knew that was coming.
Love you.
All right.
Michael, Tyson, everybody.
Look forward to seeing you guys again.
And take it down.